You guys don't know, so tune in now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. Moments away at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Charlotte Hornets. And for Charlotte, they're off to a better start than last season, and that certainly bodes well. Always some changes from season to season, but they're going in the right direction. Al Jefferson played for several teams in his NBA career, but no matter what uniform he has on, he is a load, a real handful, Kenny.
Well, he can shoot the mid-range, Ernie, and that's probably his biggest asset. And, then he could take you down on the block. That's probably one of his bread and butter moves. I like his jump hook, though, because when he goes to that, it creates space in the lane and allows guys to offensive rebound as well.
My nickname for him is Baby Fundamentals, has tremendous feet work in the post. And Ernie, believe it or not, he has a deceptive quickness to get a shot up before the defense sets up.
Great footwork, too.
Yeah. Do you have a nickname for everybody?
Right.
What's Ernie's nickname?
What's my nickname?
The Godfather of television.
I like that.
That does it for us.
It's been around a long time, Ernie.
Thank you for tuning in.
You're a friend of mine, Ernie.
See you later.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Pacers looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here in Indianapolis. They've hit a rough spot here early, but still have plenty of time in their season to find their way out.
This team is one that has tremendous talent. I mean, you look at the roster, and you expect them to be pretty good. They just have been a little disjointed here early in the season, but they're very capable of getting it going and having a strong year.
I think so too, Clark, but they better not wait a whole lot longer. They don't want to dig too big a hole for themselves.
So Indiana wins the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And
Frank Kaminsky, Cody Zeller, Nicholas Batum.
now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. They double team Ellis. It's George on the wing. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
He hits the second from the line. For Indiana, they come into this one following a loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
Outside Hill. He feeds it to George. 6 to shoot. Tries from 10, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Here's Chen. Again, the Hornets score.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Hill, a screen on Lynn. Ellis can't get it to go.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
That puts them in the lead. And it's 7 points here for Lynn.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Chen. Can't get it to go. Hill with some nice D. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. Zeller grabs the board.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that. An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Outside, George. Pick up by Hill. George against Batum. The putback. It's good on the putback. Hill's got his first points in this one.
And that's a really deft touch right there, guys.
And he just guided that ball back up and in. You know, Clark, just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Really well done.
And you know what? No need to catch it in a situation like that. He's got terrifically soft hands, and that finish doesn't allow the defense to react. Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And the shot is good. 6 points for Freak.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Pacers lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Hey, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do.
I think I had that all my life. I always had to prove somebody wrong, and, you know, still to this day. That's just the competitiveness that I believe my oldest brother built into me when I was little.
And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. For this very talented guard.
And, you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Chen in at shooting guard. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Terrence Jones. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Jefferson in at the 5 spot.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Stuckey kicks to Hill. Puts up a 3. And the shot is good. Hill's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Indiana's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. There's the pass to Allen. Stuckey dishes to Hill. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Allen kicks to Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Stuckey drives inside. Good work defensively by Jones.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Screen by Jefferson.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pacers.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
That free throw missing. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Indiana. Good on the second free throw. Here's Hudrick. 11 points for him in that last game against Toronto.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring and setting up his teammates.
Now Miles. Stuckey drives inside, and he makes good on the layup. Stuckey's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pacers.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Tries from 10, pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And that's now 8 points for Freak.
With a much bigger man guarding him, that's not an easy shot to get off. Never mind to knock down. Terrific basket.
And Hudrick kicks to Stuckey. It's good. This time the assist from Hudrick. Stuckey's got his second bucket tonight.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Jefferson. Passes to Chen. Outside, Walker. Screen by Jones. To the middle. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Charlotte shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
That free throw missing. And Indiana making a change here. George is checked in. And then for Charlotte, Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jefferson. Batum comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Captain Clutch. He's off on the second.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. Here with Frank Vogel. And, Coach, you've got to be pleased with that first half. The ball was moving. Your guys were sharing. Things were going well for you. What about it pleased you?
Yeah, the game is simple when you make the extra pass, when you play the right way. We start out playing this way. We got to continue it for 4 quarters.
Thank you, Frank. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. Obviously, we've shot the lights out, and that's not been by accident. You guys have done a heck of a job finding good looks every time down. Keep working hard to get those high percentage shots. On the fast break is where we showed the most signs of life. When we pushed it, we were able to catch them on their heels a few times. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Jeremy Lin really making a difference here.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Lavoy Allen out there with Hill. Then there's Hill. Then it's Ellis. And it's George in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Indiana making some changes. Stuckey comes in for Lavoy Allen. And it's Udrich in for George Hill. And some changes here for the Hornets.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Pacers.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. They not only lightened the load, the bench guaranteed and actually produced the win.
They sure did. And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And this victory tonight will even up the season series 1-1. Consider it repayment for the last time these two teams met. They get their revenge here with 2 more left to play on the year against the Hornets.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Ellis. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. Chen, he's in at point guard. Kaminsky out there with Spencer Hawes. Then there's Hairston. Here's Udrich. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Guys, Paul George standing by with me here. And Paul, first, congratulations on the win. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Paul, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Monte Ellis.
He spent a lot of time at the foul line in this game, and that was a big factor for them. He was up in the double digits in terms of free throw attempts. Now that is good, my friend.
They were riding a 2-game losing streak coming to this game and could not afford to drop 3 in a row. He rose to the occasion for them tonight. Big time. They needed this sort of performance for him. He took his game up a few notches. Love it, Ernie.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.